I turned into a zombie, but I didn't lose my mind. I even used being a zombie to score a ton of food for my girl and my best friend. But then out of nowhere they claimed I'd eventually turn on humanity, and they ended me, opening my eyes again. I'm back 3 days before the whole apocalypse thing starts. Right away this intense hunger hits me, but bread that used to smell amazing, now I can barely choke it down. All I want is raw meat. It hits me hard. Even the zombie virus came back in time with me, so even coming back doesn't change me ending up as a zombie. But lucky for me, my storage space still works. Last time I wasn't just some zombie with a brain, I also had this pocket dimension thing. Too bad it only showed up after Doomsday hit. Zombies need fresh meat to power up and get stronger. Last time most animals had mutated, so fresh meat was super hard to find. Since I'm coming back and still turning into a zombie, why not stock up on fresh meat now? Thinking that, I called my assistant, told him to sell the company in an hour, and use that cash to buy up every farm in the city right now. Soon I'm selling everything I own at half price, and buying up farms left and right. It's all over the news. Everyone's saying I've lost my mind, but only I know. This is just step one of my payback. Since Emily was so worried I'd turn on people, this time I'm not just gonna be a zombie, I'm gonna be the king who rules them all. The next day a bunch of trucks pulled up to my place loaded with fresh raw meat. The whole scene drew a crowd of neighbors. They huddled together whispering, all that raw meat, if he can't sell it fast, it's gonna go bad quick. What they don't get is with my storage space meat never spoils. This is gonna be my fuel after Doomsday. Suddenly Emily comes rushing over, demanding to know why I didn't ask her before selling the company, but I can't be bothered with her right now. I just turn and tell my assistant to move all this meat to my basement storage, and make sure within 3 days we get the remaining 9 batches of meat here, down in the basement. I wave my hand and all the meat disappears into my storage space. This much meat and blood should get me to level 20 easy. Once the rest of the meat gets here, hitting level 60 is no problem. Turns out zombies can evolve after Doomsday. The more fresh meat you eat, the higher your level. But back then fresh meat was practically non-existent, so barely any zombies got to high levels. Thinking about it, since I already have the zombie virus now, doesn't that mean I can start evolving right now? If that's the case, when Doomsday hits I'll be the strongest thing out there. With that thought I chow down on a whole slab of raw meat. I feel this massive surge of energy inside me. Yeah, my strength just shot way up. I grab the meat in front of me and just wolf it all down. After a long loud burp, I realize I've hit level 5. My muscles are all bulging out. I'm stronger than if I'd worked out for 10 years. I walk over to a shelf and heave. I actually lift this huge thing right over my head. Getting stronger is seriously addictive. I really want to know if I eat all this meat, how terrifyingly strong I could get. But I guess I got ahead of myself. I find that after hitting level 20, no matter how much I eat my level just won't budge. Then it clicks. Zombies need crystals to evolve past level 20, but those crystals only show up after Doomsday, so I'll just have to store this meat and wait until I get some crystals. Level 20 is enough to survive the early days. A loud ringing snaps me out of it. It's my assistant telling me, for the last batch of meat, the seller is suddenly jacking up the price. Wants triple the original deal. Trying to play games with me. Guess they have a death wish. When I roll up to the slaughterhouse alone, I see the owner David and his crew already waiting for me. Seeing me show up by myself, he gets cocky and threatens me. Says I'm not leaving if I don't pay up. But with my current strength, I spot them right away. Emily and her new guy hiding in the shadows. So this whole thing was their setup. They paid off David to hike the price on me, and when David gets his triple payment, he'll kick some back to them so they don't lose a cent and even make a profit. They think their little scheme worked, so they rush off to a hotel to celebrate. But they miss what happens next. Seeing I won't back down, David tells his guys to move in, but when one guy stabs me in the chest, not a single drop of blood comes out, and the knife turns this weird green color like it's corroded. Since you're all trying to off me,